Sanniemar Ianne from BSIT 2B. Today I'm going to discuss about data communication. So what is data communication? Data communication, it is the exchange of data between two devices via some form of the transmission medium. Enable the movement of electronic or digital data between two or more network nodes, regardless of geographical location, technological medium, or data content. The example of data communication are ATM, electronic mail, and cell phones. Next, we have the 5 characteristics of effective communication. First, it uses the same transmission medium and languages. Example of these are, if your teacher is using Zoom and you're using Google Meet, then you cannot connect each other. So you must use the same app so that you can connect each other. Second is the direct and indirect communication. Direct communication involves saying what a person thinks and feels, and it is marked by active listening and effective feedback. Example of direct. When you say I like your clothes and you're being direct, you mean you like the other person's clothes. And people communicate how they feel by doing direct. Example, I feel hurt that you didn't meet me yesterday. Indirect communication conceals one true position or feelings. There are many ways to be indirect. An obvious example is sarcasm. If you don't like someone's clothes and you say I like your clothes, the literal meaning and implied meaning are opposite. Third is that mutual understanding. Mutual understanding, in which participants not only exchange information, ideas, and feelings, but also create and share ideas or meaning. In general, it means connecting people. Example, if your receiver is a foreigner and he or she cannot understand Tagalog, so we must speak their language so that we can communicate each other. The fourth is continuous process. This is just only my own example. I think the continuous process is about no one can disturb you when you are in a meeting. Last is the use of words as well as symbol. Example, when your receiver is a mute person, then you must use sign language so that he can understand it. So here we have the data. So data refers to the information presented in whatever form is agreed upon the parties creating and using data. So we have the 3 fundamental characteristics of data communication. First, the delivery. The system must deliver data to the correct destination. Second is accuracy. The system must deliver the data accurately. And third is the timeliness. The system must deliver data in the timely manner. So this is the example of delivery, accuracy, and timeliness. First example is delivery. When you are sending a message, the message must deliver to the exact destination. No other receiver should receive the data. Next, the accuracy. The receiver should receive the exact same data which was sent by the sender. Lastly is the timeliness. When someone delivers a message as they are produced, the order they are produced and without any significant delay. So next we have the components of data communication. So first is the message. It is the information to be communicated. It can be formed as text, numbers, video, or sounds. Second is the sender. It is the device that sends the data message. It can be a person, device, or a computer that can send a message. Third is receiver. It is the device that receives the message. It can be a person or a device that can receive the message from the sender. Fourth is the medium. It is the physical path by which a message travels from sender to receiver. And last is the protocol. It is the set of the rules govern data communications. So here we have the data representation. Text. It can be words or letters that uses to generate message for your receiver. ASCII stands for American Standard Code for Information Interchange. Next, the EASCII stands for Extended American Standard Code for Information Interchange. Unicode is an information technology standard for the consistent encoding, representation, and handling of text expressed in most of the world's writing system. Lastly is ISO. ISO is standard for the computer interpretable representation and exchange of product manufacturing information. So this is also part of data representation. These are numbers, image, audio, and video. This is also very important to generate a message to the receiver. Data flow. What is data flow? Data flow is transfers or exchange of data between two different devices. First is simplex. Simplex is communication in unidirectional. In simplex data flow, only in one direction. It means in simplex, if two devices are connected, only one device will send data and the other device will only receive data it cannot send. Example of simplex are mouse. It can only input data. Next is half duplex. Half duplex is each station can both transmit and receive but not at the same time. Example, if the two devices are connected, both of them can send information to each other but not at the same time. Last is full duplex. Full duplex is both stations can transmit and receive simultaneously, both directions at the same time. Example, if two devices are connected in communication, both of them can send and receive data at the same time. So here we have the network criteria. First is performance. It can be measured in many ways. Transit time. It is the amount of time required for a message to travel from one device to another. Response time. It is the elapsed time between the inquiry and response. The performance of the network depends on many factors such as numbers of users, types of transmission medium, capability of hardware, and efficiency of the software. Second is reliability. It is measured by the frequency of the failure, time it takes a link to recover from failure, and network robustness in a catastrophe. Last is the security. How is the network protect data from the unauthorized access? Here we have the categories of network. Network is a categories with the following factors. So first is the size, ownership, distance it covers, and physical architecture. These are the categories. First is local area network, in short LAN. Second is metropolitan area network, in short MAN. The last is wide area network, in short WAN. As you can see, the first category is LAN. The size is building or campus. Ownership, privately owned. Distance, few kilometers. The architecture, bus, star, and ring. Example, lab network. The second category is MAN, city. The size, ownership, public company. This distance extend over entire city. Architecture, LAN to LAN. Example, cable network. Last is WAN, size, globe. Ownership, private or public. Distance, extend over entire globe. Architecture, man to man. Example, internet. Network is a group of connected communication devices such as computers and printers. Example of this is internet, power line, situation networks, language networks. In mid-1960s, standalone device, ARPA, Advanced Research Project Agency, DOB, Department of Defense. 1967, ACM, Association for Computing Machineries meeting. ARPA, ARPANET, IMP, Interface Message Professor. In 1969, ARPANET Reality for Nodes, University of California, Los Angeles, University of California, STA, Barbara, Stanford Research Institution, and University of Utah, NCP, Network Controls Protocol, 1972, Vince Self and Bob Kahn Intermelting Project, Transmission Control Protocol, TCP, Encapsulation, Datagram, Priorities Time over Reliability, and the last is Function of Gateway. Shortly thereafter, TCP, Higher Level Function, and Segmentation, Reassembly, Error Detection, IP, Handle Datagram, TCP or IP, Internet Protocol today's. Last, we have the physical topology. It refers to the way in which a network is laid not physically. The first topology is mesh. Advantage, point-to-point link. Disadvantage, expensive in cable NY0. Feature, N1 in connection. Second is bus, less expensive than mesh. Disadvantage, difficult reconnection. Feature, backbone cable. Third is star, point-to-point link. The advantage. Disadvantage, using central device. Feature, hub. The last is ring. Advantage, point-to-point link to both sides only. Disadvantage, unidirectional traffic of signal. Feature, repeater. I hope you learned something in this video about data communication and others.